losing his job over the summer. He opposed using active-duty troops to help quell protests here in Washington, which made an already strained relationship with the president, of course. Sagar Nagani, Washington.
1 week after residents of New Jersey voted overwhelmingly to legalize recreational use of marijuana, a call to stop weed possession arrests in the state ASAP. That request comes in a statement from the state President Stephen Sweeney, who's asking Attorney General Revere Gray.
Slow down.
Personal use. Sweeney point.
Proceed the election now to be able to be eligible to do that, right? I'm confused. In San Francisco, I'm confused. All right, Brian.
Yeah, well, it's easy to be confused, particularly during this transition period. So on Fox News, let's take a look here at some of these stories that are being covered. A news conference by the Trump campaign on Fox News. Well, it was going on until a news anchor, Neil Cavuto, cut in and shut down the feed. Whoa, 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 he said. The claims about vote rigging were explosive, and the officials were not offering any proof. The channel have been reported.
If you have one of those affected cars or SUVs, GM dealers will inspect the mechanism and replace the bolts they're missing. The recall won't start, though, until December 14th. Wins News Time at 6:50. And we have traffic and transit now. Here's Greg Wright.
Well, getting off at the George Washington Bridge, you don't pick up speed at all in New Jersey. In fact, you grind to a halt onto 80-95 southbound until you get past exit 70. That's where earlier traffic trailer fire is still closing. Everybody is set for a one, even though it's off the shoulder. So at 80-95 at a standstill, so is the outbound George Washington Bridge on both levels all the way across the span back to Jersey. And because the bridge is so bad, so now too is the westbound Palm Bronx and West Desperate. On the beach at the top of Bridge, what's that west side of the 150 because they're going to break down southbound as they go up to that Union Beach gets down there. That's not the west shore surgery. Traffic sponsored by the Traffic Sport. I'm Greg Wright on 1010 West.
Swelling, discomfort, pain, fatigue. Where did New York go?
The Compression Store at the Compression Store.
With locations in Manhattan and Brooklyn,
The Compression Store.
Police reported ahead.
Message, but it went astray more than 100 years ago. It came from a German German soldier right around the time of the First World War.
In the early days of World War I, German platoon Porthold came under heavy fire, taking serious casualties and being forced to retreat. But that unknown officer's report never reached his commanders. The carrier pigeon entrusted with the handwritten message either dropped it or was killed. A couple walking in eastern France found the tiny capsule and its perfectly preserved contents in September, and they donated it to a local museum. Correspondent Vicki Barker reporting, while McDonald's may be jumping on the plant-based burger bandwagon. The chain says it expects to add a meatless burger to the menu in some markets next year, and they may even add other plant-based items to the menu, like chicken substitutes and breakfast sandwiches. McDonald's won't say yet exactly when or where we'll be able to get our hands on that new McPlant burger, but they promise it'll have the iconic McDonald's taste. Wins News Time 6:55.
Better reinvents knee replacements. That's why Hackensack Meridian Health Surgeons worked with an elite global team to reinvent knee replacements with advanced robotics. And now, no matter the size or shape of your knee, the fit is more customized, more individualized, and more precise, down to the half millimeter. Life-changing inventions in orthopedic surgery are at Hackensack Meridian Health. Keep getting better. Find a doctor at hmhorthopedics.com.
We're all spending more time at home, and for some, that has translated to more drinking. If you or someone you know is worried about their drinking, New York State has services to help prevent and treat alcohol use disorders. Services are available all over New York State. Reach out. Call the New York State Helpline, 877-846-7369, or go to oasis.ny.gov.
Wins News Time 6:56 now. Bloomberg Money Watch and Andrew O'Day.
Pfizer's news that its COVID vaccine candidate appears to be 90% effective, according to the latest testing, prompted a strong Wall Street response. Dow rallied 835. S&P 500 jumped 41, but the Nasdaq lost 181. The gains came especially from stocks and companies related to travel, hospitality, dining, and live entertainment, and of course from Pfizer itself. The Nasdaq's losses came from shares of companies which benefited from the pandemic, including online retailers and tech supporting remote work. Though today's gains also followed Saturday's calling of the election by multiple media outlets for Joe Biden, analysts of Bloomberg stocks and many of the companies seen benefiting from a Biden presidency were part of last week's rallies. Apple has taken action against a key supplier. It has suspended new business with iPhone assembler Pegatron Corporation after discovering it had misclassified the status of student workers, allowing some to work nights and overtime, then, in Apple's words, went to extraordinary lengths to cover it up. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Andrew O'Day. 1010 wins.
Wins News Time 6:57.
What's up, everybody? This is Rich Kleiner, co-founder of 35 Ventures, alongside my business partner, Kevin Durant. This week, I'm joined by Brandon Marshall, former NFL wide receiver, current analyst, and businessman, for a wide-reaching discussion.
That's why I'm going to be successful in business now that I'm done playing. Because when I walk into these facilities or I'm sitting in my executive meetings, I'm paying attention to every single detail. Why is the trash the way it is? That's not okay. That's not the Rich Carlson standard. Or why are we accepting 2% conversion percentage on our website when it should be 3.5? You know, that mentality is just like balancing it and making sure that it just doesn't get into that unhealthy state where I'm ruining myself or my team. But that standard is why I was successful in football and why I believe I'll be successful in business.
You can listen for free to this episode and more on the Boardroom Out of Office podcast on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your shows.
I'm Dr. Andrea Russo, a cardiologist. Maybe you're waiting to talk to your doctor right now, but if you're having an irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, don't wait. This could be a serious condition like atrial fibrillation, which can make you about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you're having these symptoms, don't wait. Talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in Washington, D.C. This is the moment. The role of a journalist is to open the window into another world of experience. I feel an incredible responsibility. We have to make sure that we're right, that we're fair, but also bring Americans a greater understanding and hopefully bring Americans closer together. That's why I wanted to become a journalist.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights
on CBS. This is the moment.
Now this message, immigration problem, call Spectrum Law 646-543-0745. Winds new time 6:59.
WINS, WNEW-HD3 New York.
A radio.com station. AccuWeather says mild tonight, low 58, with partly cloudy skies and some overnight fog developing. Then intervals of clouds and sun tomorrow after that fog burns off. Still warmer than usual for this time of year, high 72. 67 degrees, clear skies right now in Midtown. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Jose Feliciano is our studio producer. Zachary Newman, the service aide. Carol Noonan, our writer. At the F. Sarah Miller. At the editor's desk tonight, I'm Donna Vaughn.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good evening, 67 degrees, clear skies at 7 o'clock. I'm Larry Mullins, and here's what's happening. Drug maker Pfizer getting everybody all wound up and excited about a possible vaccine for the coronavirus tonight. The drug maker saying its latest test about 90% effective in treating people. Now they got to get the safety data and the FDA approvals before we even think about rolling up our sleeves. Here in the city, Mayor Devonta says until something's definitive right now, we need to keep those masks on and keep a safe distance because the metric's starting to look like a second wave is headed our way. We'll also get the latest on that horrible story out in the Bronx late today. 2 baby boys found dead.